my mom was going to school, she didn't speak like a word of English. You know, when kids are mean when they're little, of course, but she used to get bullied. You know, she'd get gum thrown in her hair and get called a spick and a wetback, and you know, she didn't get her citizenship until she's probably about my age. And now she has it, but the rest of my family, they're just residents. So, I mean, in New Mexico, we're safe, but if we were to move anywhere else, it might not be as safe for us to be all together.
And also, like, the term immigrant, like, how people think that it's bad, like, also the ethnicity, like, oh, those Mexicans, oh, those black people, like, you know, like, it's, like, why does that have to be negative? Like, we're all people, so beautiful.
Yeah, because when being an illegal immigrant, when I think immigration or immigrants, I think about people trying to move on with their lives. I'm thinking about people who are trying to move out of this hole that they're in Mexico that they can't get out of, but then we're discriminated against for it.
Yeah.
We're not, like, that really irks me. Like, why is it such a bad thing when it's for all the right reasons?
You know, he's not doing something corrupt, he's not doing anything wrong, he's just trying to make money. So stop giving the dude a hard time, either buy a fucking paleta or get the fuck out of his face. Seriously. And I excuse my language, I just get really angry when that happens because, you know, my grandpa did that for years. You know, any job he could have, he took it. And, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that kind of hard work and that kind of ambition to be here in America, not knowing anything, not knowing any English, and still working, you know, to please a white man. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you have to have some kind of respect for those people that come here not knowing anything and still make a living and still manage to be here and still manage to be a part of a country of this American dream. You know what I mean? So
classifying people to create social stratification and saying, well, you know, there's the people who belong and then there's the people who don't belong, and the people who don't belong can be sorted even further into like which percentages are desirable and which percentages aren't. You know, there's a certain percentage that's allowed that's like 50, but clearly those people are more desirable in this stratification than the 5%. Like, it's just a way of pitting people against each other unnecessarily.
And as he said, politics play a very big role in how we see society nowadays, especially racial issues, our economic issues. You know, it wouldn't come out as a surprise if it was the Republican Party that made this term so negative.
So are you saying it's generally, or is it from based on the actual story that you know that it was like a Republican person that, or is it like kind of like your general feel for?
It's my general feel because of what when I see like debates, when I see pretty much when I see debates between parties, it's what I see. It's that they try to generalize us as cartels, as drug dealers, as this, that, and the other. They make the term negative. So I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure that it's the Republican Party.
I just feel like a lot of people act like this is brand new. Like,
Yeah.
Like it's just been happening this past 5 years. Like my mom's been here for 20. Yeah. Like this isn't brand new in America. You have to teach people that it's okay to change things sometimes. Because if you're isolating yourselves, how are you doing what you wanted to do when you came over here? How are you progressing if you're just gonna make what you have in Mexico just on a different